SNES Man. SNES Man. The Bit 16, you've never seen a review like this. Weird old games you cannot tame, these things you don't miss. SNES Man is the champion, he is 16-bit. SNES Man is the champion, he is 16-bit. Mario, a classic hero who rules the gaming industry. His Super Nintendo incarnation, Super Mario World, is one of his best games to date. Let's get down to gaming. This brings back good times for me, and for pretty much everyone who's played it. With the handy save files you're quickly playing. The story's a basic Mario tale. Toadstool's been kidnapped and Bowser has taken her. It starts where Super Mario Bros. 3 left off, with the Koopa kids in charge of the landscape. From the start, you know this is an awesome game. Mario's been through some major changes and now you have a much better map screen to choose levels. Level 1 starts off very well. Excellent controls and all kinds of new enemies. The game looks and feels nice, so it'll be fun to play right from the start. But the game really picks up on level 2, where you find the best feature. Yoshi! Yoshi is world-renowned for his tongue, which is lethal to all Goombas and pathetic enemies in the world. And in this game you can harness his powers and ride him through the levels. All enemies will quail before you. He can even spit shells to defeat some strong enemies. The game never stops being awesome, and pretty much every level is fun to play through. Even the first world has some cool levels, in my opinion. Speaking of levels, this game has a ton of those. Let's see, how many levels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I can't count them all. It's not just quantity over quality, though. Almost every level is awesome. That's not that many. Okay, that's a lot. This game brought a lot of new ideas to the table. Before now, almost no games allowed you to replay levels after you've beaten them. It was also one of the longest games for the time. This game also had some of the coolest additions to the Mario series ever. Number 1. The cape was so awesome. Somehow it's a feather and then da-da-da-dun, it's a cape. You can use it to keep spinning and knock out enemies, or start running to build up speed and fly! Flying is really fun in this game. Mid-flight, you can actually control what you do. If you press backwards, you can keep bouncing upwards with the air and the cape. If you press forward, you do this crazy dive bomb that knocks out enemies. Also, you can fall slower, which really helps on air levels. Though powerful in the game, when I tried it in real life, it didn't work so well. I kind of feel like a loser. 2. All the multicolored Yoshis. Blue, who could fly when they ate Koopas. Red, who could spit fire when they ate Koopas. And yellows with, ground-pounding ability. Yes, not incredible. You had to go through Star Road to get these secret Yoshis. And they were a really fun part of the game, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on. Music. All the music is really memorable. Just listen to this. Dun 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 bum 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 bum. It's stuck in my head. Some of these songs are the best in the series for the different kinds of levels. The Ghost House theme was just awesome and scary. The water theme fit the levels really well. The underground levels had a really good mood-setting song. The final boss Bowser has a really awesome theme too. It's just plain epic. More on Bowser later. The sound effects were really good in this game too, some of them pretty iconic. The sounds even changed to echo in the cave levels. The controls are spot on too. Here are the controls. The Y button is used to dash, throw fireballs, or carry shells. The B button will jump. A button is kind of weird. It does a spin jump that wasn't really often used in the game. Mario basically just spins when he jumps and he doesn't jump as high. It's pretty useless except for breaking certain blocks, which is a cool feature, but I wish was used better. The buttons all work really well though and are very responsive. Now let's move on to boss battles. For the most part, the Koopa Kids are really easy, and while some of them are different than the others, like Ludwig, most follow two brands. The ones that close in the walls and come after you and are really easy, and the ones that come out of these pipes with decoys. These battles are actually pretty inventive, I think, because of the decoys. Still, they're just Koopa Kids, and I didn't find them exciting. But I thought the last battle more than made up for it. He comes at you in this giant clown balloon, and he's pretty inventive for a boss battle. You have to throw his own enemies at him. And the game really used the Super Nintendo graphics to use this cool scene where the clown balloon comes flying in 3D. I just wish that after a while of fighting, you could fight him on foot like in the old games. I thought that would have been cool. Then the ending's pretty good in this game, I think. You save all these Yoshis and then, after a parade, they all celebrate and say thank you. Yeah, it's not incredible, but it's good.
Things to make it better.
Is this even possible to make it better? Well, we'll see. I guess the boss battles could have been slightly improved and more challenging. And I'd like to fight Bowser on foot as well as in the ship. And maybe boost the difficulty up a little bit because it was relatively easy at some parts. Wait, and the spin jump. At least work on maybe incorporating it more. But these are just personal preferences. Overall, the game is almost flawless. Easily a 10 out of 10 for an excellent and one of the best games ever. Super Mario World means the world to most gamers. Thank you for viewing, and now we've reached the end. I'll see you next time.